The Raptors end the Pistons' curse, shorthanded, very shorthanded, on the back of a Dalano Banton monster performance. We're going to break it all down for you in tonight's post-game show. The Raptors, they needed this win. They very, very much needed this win. I know, the quality of the Detroit Pistons, how good they are. It's not like a huge win by any stretch of the imagination, but it was a win the Raptors needed. They were missing Siakam, Gary Trent, Fred VanVleet. They were missing 3 starters. Very difficult to overcome. I know it's the Pistons. I know they didn't have Cade, but we needed a big performance. We needed a big result. That is exactly what we got here. The Pistons had won 6 games in a row against the Raptors, and it looked like it could have been 7 with all the casualties to the injury report for the Raptors. Precious Achiuwa, another one missing for this team. 4 main rotation guys out. I knew we needed some guys to step up that normally wouldn't have as big of a role, and that is exactly what we got from Dalano Banton, Rex Dale's finest. 27 points. 9 for 16 from the field. And, Dalano, 3 for 7 from 3 as well. Some big shots late. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. 5-4-3-2. Wish we only had 1 turnover. 5-4-3-2 with 27 points. Man, oh man. And the free throws late, the icy free throws late to help put this team over the line. That is exactly what this team needed. Shout out Boucher. Had a great first half. Ended up with 20 total points. Made up for some lacking in other categories here. We'll go through everybody. We've gone through Banton. Thaddeus Young, not a box score guy, was great today again. Some huge rebounds, especially on the offensive glass late in the game. 4 offensive rebounds. Passed the ball really well. 2 steals, a block, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. No turnovers, only 6 points. But this is not a box score guy. He was excellent today. Otto got injured. He wasn't affecting it much, but even he got injured midway through the game. Had to go deeper to the bench. OG, not his finest, but some big plays late. 19 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Was inefficient, but contributed. Scotty Barnes in a much more reserved role today. It's very sad to see the way he's kind of being employed, but he was positive for the Raptors for what they did tonight. He was negative in the plus minus. I thought he helped this team tonight. It's an 8-5-4 stat line. It's ugly. It's 4 for 9 from the field, which is okay. It's ugly from what you want from Scotty Barnes, but I think today was a good, fragile step, unfortunately, but it was a good step in the right direction. Let's hope we can kind of get him going a little bit more for this team. We go to the bench where I talked about Boucher. Juan Hernangomez is a positive game off the bench. It's not 3-point shooting. It's honestly, the rim protection is improved. The rebounding is pretty good, and getting to the rim isn't bad. He was plus 11 tonight, which is the best in the Raptors. He wasn't bad. I have questions about using him in that role and not a different player you could assign, but it is what it is. Koloko still contributing as a second-round pick. You like to see that. He's better off when he has better players around him. We just don't have that for him right now. Birch only played 4 minutes. I thought he was fine in those 4 minutes. Flynn looked really good tonight. 15 minutes. Plus 8, I thought he dictated the offense really well. When we gave him pick and roll opportunities, I thought he looked borderline great. So I'm all for that from Malchi, 100%. Jeff Dowtin finally gets meaningful minutes at the NBA level and played well. Only 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, but I thought he looked fine out there. Had the huge block late to help close this game on Jaden Ivey. Lots to like about many different players stepping up for this team. Field goal percentages, we don't have a lot of our probably 3 of our 4 best shooters. No, that's not true. Our best 2 shooters in Gary and Fred are out. Siakam is a decent one. We missed them from the 3-point standpoint, but we make it up in other ways. We shoot really well from the field, 49%. They go to the line way more, and if they shoot better, they win this game. We shoot worse, they win this game because we go 27 for 28. Excellent to see from the free throws. They're a bigger team, or they have some big guys. They out-rebounded us heavily in the first quarter. We made it up. We won the rebound battle. Turnover battle, we turned it over too much in the fourth, and that let them back in the game because we were up by 11 going into the fourth, but ultimately we forced more of those turnovers, and it came down to the wire. You kind of questioned this team. You're missing Fred. You're missing Siakam, your usual closers. Even Gary sometimes closes. Which guy is really going to step up for this team and really get us over the line type of thing? That's kind of what I was thinking. And to my big surprise, Dalano Banton was the man who stepped up. Dalano Banton, late in the game, we were sticking the ball in Delano's hands and telling him to go create. And, he was hitting threes. He was getting to the rim scoring. He was diming to Scotty Barnes down low. He was getting fouled, hitting his free throws. Like, Dalano Banton, by far the best night of his career. This is what he usually looks like in a G League setting. And today showed out in an NBA setting. That was so positive to see from the player, and I am so happy for him. I'm critical of him because a lot of the times he's out there not really doing much. He's beaten too easy on defense, doesn't really do a ton offensively. Today, not the case. The Pistons respected the game that he brought, and Nick Nurse surely will respect what he brought as well, because without those points and that performance, the Raptors do not win this game. Shout out to Boucher as well, another high-energy performance. Like, sure, there are some things that went wrong, but considering the circumstances, the Raptors didn't have Siakam, VanVleet, or Gary Trent, your three best individual shot creators, your two best players in Siakam and VanVleet, three starters. It's really difficult to overcome something like that, even against a Pistons team that doesn't have Cade. I'll remind you of the Dwayne Casey curse. Coming into this one, the Pistons and Casey had won 6 games in a row against us, but not today. The Raptors got it done. They needed a big performance. They got that big performance, and I am super excited to have that for us today. We needed a big win. We stay above 500. We have yet to fall under 500 at all this season. We're 8-7. We're going to continue to push forward. It's a very competitive Eastern Conference. We made do with the personnel against a bad Detroit Pistons perimeter defense, and we've got a really, really nice 2 weeks ahead here. You have a next game on Wednesday, and let's just go through the schedule as well. The timing of the games is great, not the teams we're playing against, because it's not an easy stretch of games, but the timing of the games is a little bit easier. We had 5 games from a Sunday to Saturday period, and that made it really difficult on this team. Maybe you saw a little bit of that against the Pacers, where we fall apart in the fourth. We played a brand of offense with all the injuries that didn't really sustain for all that time. We have the Heat on Wednesday, so you get night off, not as good. Then you get next games on Saturday, so 2 full nights off. You play the Hawks Saturday. Then you get 3 full nights off before playing the Nets, and then another 2 nights off next Saturday. That Saturday, the 26th, you're playing the Mavericks. So good amount of rest coming up. 4 games, 11 days, 4 games, something like that. 10, 11 days, 4 games. That's a really good stretch for a Raptors team that needs it. It'll be tough without Siakam for probably that entire stretch, but really hope Fred VanVleet's back from his illness. Really hope Gary Trent is back from his hip thing. I assume these are very minor things. Let's stay above 500. Let's keep pushing. We're 8-7. This season has not been a disaster like people have said it is. It's not. It is fine. We're fine. And it was just really great to see guys step up today when we needed them to. So especially Dalano. Super happy for Dalano to perform like that. But that is it. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you have liked. Drop a like to help this channel land on more recommended pages. Easiest thing you can do to support the channel. And make sure you are subscribed as well for more Raptors content just like this.